All right, Giovanni setting up for a dirty Tetris, but that left side is going to be a problem. And that is going to be a top out for Giovanni. But, you know, it's Tugi just has a lot of room to make up here in this stack. Not getting any easier. That is going to be a top out for Tugi at 788. Joseph has already got the max out. Game number 1 of this top 16 matchup between Oscar and JDMFX underscore Japanese domestic market effects underscore K9 watching Tetris with the 3-2-1 countdown bits. On the left side of your screen, it is Oscar from Mexico, who qualified into this tournament with a 1.20 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Oscar qualified into seed number 7. And in virtue of that, he got a round 1 and a round 2 bye. So this round of 16 is his first match in this tournament. Oscar with a tapping PB of 1.28 million. And you have seen Oscar in the Tetris scene for a while. He has played in the gold bracket of CTWC at least in 2022, 2023, 2024. In the silver bracket in 2021 and 2025. And in the Jonas Cup last year, he got second in the Desert Qualifier. That's the Arizona one in back-to-back years, 2023 and 2024. Also top 4 in that tournament in 22. You've also seen him at the SoCal WPL event. You've seen him at Genesis the last 2 years. And the Mexico Regional that happened recently as well. So you've seen Oscar all over the place, and it's great to have him here for Tap Masters. 144 for Oscar, 144 for Joseph. So players tied right now. And may I say, just Liquipedia, I love Liquipedia. So I just want everyone to know I love Liquipedia, but gosh darn it, Oscar needs an entry. Oscar has played a lot and at a lot of regionals, and he's finished second and in the semis in a goodly number of events, and yet he does not have a page. So we should get Oscar a page. Goodness gracious, Alex S. from Romania has a page, and he's played like 5 times. Meanwhile, Oscar's all over the place and does not have a page. 213 for Oscar, 215 for Joseph. Yeah, justice for Oscar, hashtag. Yes, indeed. On the right side of your screen, it is JDMFX, a.k.a. Joseph. Joseph is a 6-time Masters event winner. Unfortunately, Joseph did all of his winning of the Masters event in the pre-prize pool era, so he's trying to make up for some of that in this tournament where we've got a decent prize pool. Joseph qualified in with a 1.195 average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Joseph got a 1-round bye in virtue of his top 16 seeding, played Tugi in round 2 to get here to the top 16 to face Oscar. Joseph, again, a 6-time CTM Masters event winner. He's got a tap PB recorded of 1.39 million. That's the recorded one. He's got a screenshot of a 1.4. And if you take screenshots as evidence, then that might be the first 1.4 with tapping anyway. Joseph's last CTM match, you might remember this. It was kind of a historic month. It was versus Hydrant Dude in September of 2021. That was the month that Hydrant Dude got the first rollover with rolling, of course. Did it in comp. And Hydrant's next match right after that game, that Jounce game, that was against Joseph Salia. That was Joseph's last match in CTM. Joseph's been in the Masters event 20 times, 6 wins, 2 other appearances in the finals. And he, by the way, 4-time CTWC gold player, 2-time winner, 1-time semifinalist. He won it in 2018 and 2019 against Jonas and Corian, respectively. So certainly Joseph's back-to-back wins there taking down some of the biggest names and veterans led to a surge of interest in classic Tetris, and of course is responsible for the presence of many of you in this chat. So good to have Joseph back playing classic Tetris. 479 for Joseph, 477 for Oscar. A little bit of a misdrop there for Joseph. So he doesn't, he's not able to find a good place for that square. That's going to lead to some problems. Needs a couple rows off the bottom. And actually, he is set up now for a dirty Tetris and gets it. 504 for Joseph, 525 for Oscar. Ninja of Ninja says, I was about to say, what about JD's CTWC stats? Well, this is CTM, so CTWC, a little bit of an afterthought. We'll mention them, but, CTM, that's where it's at. 531 for Joseph, 553 for Oscar. So we start on 18. Level 19 kicks in at 130 lines. Tetris for Joseph into 19. That speed is going to increase by 50%. Joseph with that 560 into 19. Oscar gets a long bar in 600K transition for Oscar. You're seeing players now in like rolling, consistently getting those 600K transitions. And here Oscar is getting one with tapping. 631 Oscar, 635 Joseph, neck and neck, couple lines apart, couple thousand points apart. So yeah, that speed increase kicks in on level 19. There'll be 100 lines of that speed. And the next speed increase happens at 230 lines. That is level 29. And that is going to be a doubling of the speed. And that is virtually unsurvivable for DAS and TAP players. Except in very occasional forays past, level 29, level 30. Happens occasionally. But for most games, it is going to end the game for a player. 709, now 738 for Oscar. 810 for Joseph. Tetris for JD, 841. 743 for Oscar. So very quickly, JD out to about 100,000 point lead. Another Tetris for JD, 871. Oh, and that left side for Oscar, that is not going to be survivable. He hung that long bar on the left. That created a long bar dependency on the left side, and his right side well was blocked, and he really had no burns and could not get a piece over. So Joseph is going to be good in game number one. You can mullen it out if you want to start a max out streak, stats or whatever. I don't know. Do people even counting stats for Tap Masters? No idea, but you're welcome to mullen it out or to choose not to mullen it out. That is up to you. And Joseph's like, nah, see, that, do you understand, guys? That is aura. Doesn't care. It's whatever. Max out. I can do it on command. Who cares? 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Tap Masters, we still have a long way to go, mostly because players are traveling and it's a whole deal. So at the end of this bracket, we will have 2 of our semifinalists determined. We also have our Stupid Tetris Monthly. Joseph did play in the original Stupid Tetris Championship, I guess is what I'll call it, to sort of retcon it into an annual championship. I mean, it only happened one time, and it was multi-mode, which is what we're doing now. But he did play in the original STM in 2020. We're going to run another monthly. Qualifying is going to open for that soon. Right now, we're doing no next box. We have semifinalists all determined for that. It's what? Dog, Gerald Freeman, another returning player coming out of retirement. Dylan and Jerpy in the semifinals of that one. Of course, Dylan is in the top 16 of this, so he's trying to earn his way into the semifinals of both. 98,000 for Oscar, 118 for Joseph. The semis for STM is perfect. Yeah, you've got the unofficial world record holder, the official world record holder, the former world record holder, and arguably the best tapping main who's currently active. $187 for Joseph, 132 for Oscar as we get underway here at game number 2. Guaranteed tapper in the finals, right? Says RXS. Yeah, well, Jerpy was tapping. I think Jerpy is kind of I don't know, is Jerpy a rolling main? Well, Jerpy doesn't really play enough anymore, I don't think, to be a main anything, but you know, Jerpy does roll, Jerpy does tap. Jerpy was tapping during STM. Yes, Jerpy is playing Dylan in STM. 239 for Joseph. But anyway, qualifying was going to open for our next STM. That is going to be no bars, no long bars at all. So it's basically stupid triple monthly. Triples are the new Tetris. 285 for Joseph, 234 for Oscar. Joseph is ahead by 50,000 and 307 halfway through level 18 would put him on pace for a 600K transition, just like Oscar had in game 1 of this. Arctic says, no bars. What is this, Utah? There you go. 378 for JD, 325 for Oscar. You should have it start on 19 instead of 18 for no bars. I'll think about it. I haven't thought about it. We could do counter picks. We could do 18 or 19 and let the alternating picks. It's possible. The early rounds, I think, are going to be better for 18. Have there been min-out matches? Not yet. Not this year. We're going to do that. I think we might do... I don't know what we'll do. 19 to 29 min-out? That could be fun. You thought I would have had everything figured out? Do you realize I don't figure anything out until, the moment that I have to launch it? I just make a quick decision. And I'm just like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Launch first, think later. 495 for Joseph, 446 for Oscar. So still about that 50,000 point lead. Wouldn't the min-out strat just be to top out? No, you have to get to the transition. Otherwise, if you top out, then you lose. But then it's the lowest score at the transition. But if you don't get the transition, that is a top out. That is, you lose. I wonder if anyone would just line out. Yeah, that's line out. That's what the mode is. For line out. 552 for Joseph. So one Tetris available before that 19 won't be a 600K transition, but be basically a Tetris short of it. So Joseph into 19 at 576, 522 for Oscar. Tetris for JD. Min out is really difficult because you have to try really hard not to get a double. Like if you get one double, it kills you. So Oscar 552 on 19. And just raw score, real-time score, Joseph ahead by 75,000 points. He is ahead by 4 lines, though. All right, Joseph starting a high center here. Going to take some burns. All right, nice skim there. Another skim double. And Joseph getting a little droughted here. Going to take a couple burns, which is fine. Imagine taking burns and being safe. It's ridiculous. Tetris for Joseph, 698. Oscar scrambling here. And we'll see. Okay, he's going to chop this down. Long bar in. It's like Oscar, we're going to get this down. Tetris for Joseph, 756, and he's ahead by 156,000 points, also ahead by 10 lines. Really, it seems, oh no, and Oscar gonna top out at 602, and Joseph is good again. So another 19 phase top out for Oscar. All right, we're good. We are good. All right, we are on. We are good. Oh, yeah. Klaatu Barada Nikto. That's what it sounds like to me. Anybody else see the day the earth stood still? No? All right. Wasn't that Army of Darkness? Day the Earth Stood Still was a 1951 movie. No. I've never seen the Keanu Reeves. I'm not going to watch a movie with Keanu Reeves. What do you think I am? $82,000 for Oscar, $95,000 for Joseph. There's a big budget remake with him in it. Yeah, it does not need it. The original is a classic. You thought I was the guy who watches movie with Keanu Reeves? Oh, man. 150 Oscar, 164 Joseph. I'm trying to think what Keanu Reeves movies I like. I like The Matrix. Everybody likes The Matrix. I have not seen any of the Matrix sequels. I can't think of another Keanu Reeves movie I've seen. I don't think I've seen any. I've never seen a John Wick movie. Oh, did I see My Own Private Idaho? Oh, Bill and Ted. I did see Bill and Ted. Of course, I like that. Never saw the bad sequel. What else? Point Break. I probably saw it back in the day, but I have no memory of it. Yeah, I've never seen John Wick. 233 for. It's not my kind of movie. I mean, it's fine for some. It's just not something I would make an effort to go see. 260 for Joseph. 247 Oscar. Speed. Oh yeah, I did see Speed back in the day. There you go. The Mat. I've never seen The Mat. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. I have not seen that. Matrix. Sharky vouches for Matrix 2. I don't know, man. The first one is just so perfect. Why would you really need to have them ruin it? I don't know. I really shy away from sequels. Unless the sequel is Joseph Saley coming back and playing in Tap Masters. That is a sequel I'm 100% in favor of. 294 for Joseph, 299 for Oscar. Prequels are sequels, okay? Don't let anyone tell you different. What about Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Never saw it. Devil's Advocate. I think I did see that in the theater. No, I never saw Terminator 2. Terminator 1 was good. 374 Oscar, 364 Joseph. I guess I've seen a lot of Keanu Reeves movies, I guess. $398 Joseph, $377 Oscar, tight one. Lex Diskia says, seeing a next box is now messing you up. Tetris Joseph, 443, 423 for Oscar. Kung Fu Panda sequel. All right, Joseph going to hang that S piece, so that is going to take some doing to get around. And no, he cannot flip that J piece in there, but he's going to get the Z spin. Look at that. He's away 4 years, still knows the Z spin. What the heck? Oh, you're going to use that bar. Oh, that's very interesting. All right, it's going to kind of work out for Joseph, assuming he gets the bar at some point. Skimming a Tetris for Joseph, 503 into 19. Oscar's in at 548. So Oscar with about a 45,000 point lead. That's almost exactly 2 Tetrises on 18 anyway. All right, Joseph with a Tetris, 539. Oscar, 575. Skims away here. He's into level 20. Tetris for Oscar. There's one. Joseph. Oscar at 601. Joseph, 564. Mr. Brain says, it's Joseph's first ever Skibbity Tetris. I don't know what you're talking about. What does Skibbity Tetris mean? All right, Oscar with that Z piece kind of overhang. He has to spin under it. It's going to cause a little bit of burning, a little bit of a slowdown. This might allow Joseph to close the gap a bit. All right, Joseph's just going to take the triple. I like it. Oh, nice adjust. All right, takes the triple. Guys, you know, players who came up in 2018, 2019, they take the triple. $671. There's a Tetris. Joseph 7. So yeah, we are just like 1,000 points apart now. Real-time score. Back in my day, we would just take the triple. You know. All right, Tetris for Oscar, 796. Joseph, 770. So Oscar ahead by about a Tetris, back by... Well, now he's... All right, so what is he at? Let's do the math here. 27, 32. So it's about 60,000. So about 2 Tetrises when the lines are tied. Tetris for Joseph, 805. He's into 26. There's another Tetris for Joseph, 838. All right, Joseph waiting out the right piece here. It's going to cause some extra burning as we approach level 29, but he's going to take care of it. See what Oscar's going to do here. Is he going to try to go for a dirty? No, he's going to take the triple here. 881. Joseph, 850. We're about 15 lines away from 29. Joseph back by about 30,000. That's about a Tetris. Joseph gets 1. Oscar with a kind of an overhang here. He's not going to be set up and ready to get one. That's a triple for Oscar. 890 for Joseph. Oscar building 1 row off the bottom. Joseph's got one more Tetris available. Is he going to sell out for it? Yes, and he's waiting on the bar. The bar comes for Joseph, and he takes it right there. 940 for Joseph. He gets a Tetris right at the end. I don't know if he exactly needed it, but I think he might have needed it. I didn't quite see both at the same time. Oscar tops out at 900,000 on 28, and Joseph does just enough to outlast him and move on to the top 8. GG's, Oscar. It was great to have you back. You know, I always root for everybody to get to a decider and then just leave it up to RNG gods or whatever, but it was really great to have you in an event, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.